In today's video, we're going to be talking about if you can wholesale a condo or flip it and how it's different from like a standalone house or a single family residence. My name is Ryan Dossi. I'm a buy and hold investor, bought over 150 units in just 2 years, with the vast majority of them coming from direct to seller marketing efforts. I appreciate you checking out the channel. Let's dive right in. So to answer the question simplistically, the answer is yes. You can indeed wholesale or flip a condo, much in the same way that you can a single family residence. On the wholesaling side, we've actually found these properties very, very easy to find flippers to wholesale them to. The reason being, I think it's the big things, the roof, plumbing, drains, things of that nature, are all kind of under the responsibility of the condo association. So you're not necessarily going to have to replace a roof on a condo like you would with, say, a townhouse or a single family property. So I think there's maybe just potentially a little bit of, people feel like it's a little bit safer to get into. Now, that being said, the pool of people that you can potentially wholesale a property like this to is gonna be smaller. The reason being, a lot of condos have what's known as covenants and restrictions. These are kind of like the rules of the building, like, no loud music, when trash goes out, what you can and cannot decorate, you can't paint the outside of your unit hot pink, that kind of stuff, right? But a lot of the times they will have in there restrictions against renting a property out unless there's extenuating circumstances, like you're gonna go into foreclosure if you can't rent the property out because you don't live there or something of that nature. So your pool may be a little bit smaller, but you absolutely can do deals that are condos. Now I'm gonna show you a case study on a deal that we just did in Indianapolis that I think is pretty interesting for a number of reasons. The first thing is this deal initially came in through our Carrot site back in December. So it took over 5 months for us to get paid. This deal didn't close till the middle to end of April. Let's hop into this thing and I'll show you the lead in our CRM, the back and forth with the seller, as well as how much we made. Let's check it out. All right, so here is the deal inside of our CRM. The property initially came into our office back on December 19th. We weren't able to get an appointment until the 7th. Made our offer on the 10th. We were under contract by the 13th and weren't able to get the property actually closed till later in the month. We ended up assigning it to a fix and flipper for $9,750. So that wasn't a double close. Both the seller and the buyer did see what we made on this particular property. So the lead came into our Carrot site back on December 19th, and I'm not gonna go through all of this because there's a ton of things, but wanna note, it initially took us a while to get the guy on the phone. So came in on the 19th, 27th, still trying to get him on the phone, not till December 30th. So several days later, did we actually get to speak with him, and actually tried like brushing off that he wasn't interested in selling. Said that property is in good shape, needs kind of carpet, paint, flooring, thinks it'd rent for $1,600, so they're looking to purchase another property, and they have an idea of where they want to move. He's busy and out of town over the next 2 weeks. So it then wasn't till the end of January, or middle of January, excuse me, that we got him back on the phone, and this was when he said that he wanted to hold off at this moment, wanted to discuss timeline and things with his spouse, and then even got into the I'll just list it route, in which case we rebutted that objection, walking him through things like the cost of commissions, seller concessions, closing costs, and why ultimately he should essentially net about the same selling the house to us for cash. Then after that, went dark for about another 2 weeks, a lot of follow-up, a lot of back and forth, before we were able to get it to a recording. or before we were able to get it to an appointment, excuse me. So he called in, we missed him, a lot of phone tag back and forth, and then we ended up getting him to an appointment. And rest from there is kind of history. So here was our kind of initial analysis on the property. We thought it was worth about 205 grand. We thought that if we put about 5,000 into it, it'd be pretty competitive for the area. So 205,000 times 75, 0.75, 75% of ARV is 154,000, minus the 5K in rehab, minus our wholesale margin, had us with a MAO of 139 grand. We ended up going under contract at 142 and assigned it for something around 150. Our net to us was 9,750 bucks. One of the things that I do want to point out is real estate investing is not like a get rich quick or like a let me just dabble with this thing. This particular deal came in December. We didn't get paid on it for another 5 months. If this is something that you're gonna just like big toe in, big toe out, try it for 30 days, you're gonna miss out on tens of thousands of dollars like we would have done on this deal had we just, wrote it off because it hadn't panned out fast enough. So make sure you're in this for the long haul, or maybe find something else to do. Talk to you guys next time.